Hey, what's going on, everybody? My delivery showed up. So, this is a new variety or a different variety, new, different, same difference, of multiplying onions. They just came in and they're in this breathable bag. I want to say it looks like corn. And they also have some desiccant tabs in the bag. So, making sure that things aren't too mushy or whatever. So I'd gotten this from, the YouTube is Serenity AG, Serenity Agriculture. See if I can zoom in enough on here, and if it focuses. And the website is multiplyingonion.com. So about a month and a half ago, I had emailed them and said, hey, because it says, coming in fall of 2023. I said, you guys are going to have onions? Or when are they going to be available? Because I was like, well, so this has been early September. It says, end of the month, depending on weather. And then apparently weather was not great. They put up a post on the website and says, the crop was not very good, so we're not selling this year, prepping for next year. I'm like, oh, that sucks, but as you know, I already have a boatload of onions. I wanted to try a different variety just to see how they grew. Then a week and a half ago, I get an email from the gentleman. He says, hey, we weren't selling them, but we had some, so I'm reaching out to people who had shown interest, and they're up on the website. If you want to get some, please just, limit your order to one set of the 3 packages that they had up there. So anyways, ordered it, and I don't know, we'll say less than a week by the time they, processed it and shipped it from Texas. And here we go. Excuse me. So as you can see, they're fairly dry. They're dormant. Not a lot of roots on the bottom, but a little bit. So there's probably a little more than 24 because that's what this package is. But excuse me. They said they're a little bit small, so we'll throw a few extras in there. So anyways, that's one of the things going on this weekend. And I'm going to pop outside real fast. And then the only thing I'm going to do with those is I'm probably going to throw them into some buckets. I might change bucket colors so I can keep track of them. As you can see, I got the onion jungle going on. Still waiting to see what I'm going to do with them before I go cutting them down. But you can see, so tomorrow will be 2 weeks. I believe it's 2 weeks. Or is it 3? I forget. Everything's kind of running in together, but these have done tremendous because our weather is still fairly warm. I think it's supposed to be 95 today. It's been fairly cool the last week or so, but you can't complain of that kind of growth in October for these multiplying onions. And then my new project, which is going to take me some time, so I was able to go to coworkers day before yesterday and cut a bunch of cuttings, which I need to trim up and get ready for off of a dwarf Meyer lemon, which has been at their house apparently for like 70 some odd years. And you're going to say, hey, wait a minute, that's not lemon. Well, this, and hoping them sitting in the same bucket isn't going to cause issues. They also have bay leaf, and I've been waiting to try to get a few cuttings, so I'm going to be stripping these stems off of the lemons and the bay leaves and getting those transplanted. The 2 little baby ones that they give me, it's got a couple little weeds in here. These also need to be transplanted. And they're doing okay. Let me lift them up out of here. And they're doing okay, but it's just going to take forever for them to grow. So that is what's on task for this weekend, is getting all these cuttings transplanted. So there's going to be tons of cuttings, and see what's going on. come over here to the rosemary. So I did 3 all on the same day, all the same way. And you can see this one's healthy, that one's healthy, and this one not so healthy. So we'll see what happens. Just trying to propagate them and get them going. I think I've got one person that worked at once. I'm like, all right, get it started before it gets too cold. And everything else out here is status quo. I really need to work on the strawberries. I just haven't had time, energy, desire, or it's been too hot to do something with all the runners. So now the runners have runners and have runners, so that's good and bad. But I still want to get them done while they're attached to the mother plant, because they will root faster, and then they'll still be getting nutrients from the mama plant instead of trying to do everything from what little tiny root that will set down. So gonna be making salsa this weekend, and I'm gonna be using these serranos. So gonna pick these, clean them up, and hopefully gets the plant into churning out some more buds. I'm not gonna need all of these, but you know, get 6 or 8 will get the process going. Sweet potatoes still doing their thing. I watered earlier today, so they're pretty perky. Let's see what it looks like down here. Can't really see anything. I mean, it's a little mini jungle. One of these pots, actually you can see a little bit. Now, actually, yeah, there you go. You can see a little tiny tuber hanging out there. Not really tuber, sorry, sweet potato. There's some sweet potato action hanging down there. So we can move everything out of the way. See with the other plants, you know, hopefully everything else is beneath the dirt and doing its thing. Yeah, I can't see too much in here. What I need to do is get in here and cut a couple of leaves and try to get these rooted before it gets too cold and the whole plant starts dying off. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I thought one of these had one that was kind of sticking up, but whatever. It's gonna do its thing. The only other update that's kind of cool is the raspberries got a little second fruiting. There's a couple hanging out over there, and these just popped up and ripened in the last week, so I need to come out and pick some raspberries. And there's a few over here. I did pick up some ginger at the supermarket. Gonna soak that tonight, and I'm wondering if there's something weird in that dirt or it was just heat. So I'm gonna put a little bit of ginger in this bucket, start another one, and try to get some ginger going and see if we can get that sprouted and big enough and let that overwinter and see what happens. Limes aplenty. These are a little bit smaller than some of the ones over here on the smaller plant over here. That's pretty good size for a lime back there. Anyways, that's really all the updates. Not much going on. The tomatoes are rolling really slow. I got a couple I need to pick off of here. And, you know, it's just getting towards winter, so not a lot going on, but lots of transplanting and propagating coming, and also waiting for the lemons to start changing color. So here's one kind of starting back there. Ow. If you didn't know, I think I've talked about it. Lemons have these really sharp thorns on here. Limes do not. They've got maybe a little tiny poker at best. Oh, there's some baby limes hanging out. Look at that. I didn't even see those. So yeah, waiting for the lemons to start changing color so I can get some fresh lemons. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this week. Hopefully I'll get an insert or I'll tag something on the end of the video, depending on how the onions and the transplants go. If not, that'll be next week. Thanks for watching.